All right. So we are live in Disco Balls, and I'm just going to go on. I'm not going to wait for people to join up. You guys can watch the recap if you're not here with me now. But basically, I just downloaded this Auriga. I don't know. Some new app that Zach Pollock pointed out. And I'm guessing it's a third-party app developed by some smart guy. And it will, it's basically just a new app for Parrot aircraft. And supposedly it works with the Disco. So for $6.50, you can download it. And hopefully it will work. That's why I'm testing it out here live with you guys. And without any further ado, I'll go ahead and power up the Parrot. And see what this bad boy's all about. I have only opened the app and seen this screen. I haven't done anything beyond that, so we're kind of learning together here. My guess is it's going to pull up. Okay, see right there, it says which app do you want to use. We're going to go Auriga. I'm so lost on how to say that. Somebody please tell me how to say that. So there was my notification for Glimpse once I powered the Disco on, and we're waiting for connection. I just now got solid green light on the controller. Record video, allow. Now it says it's for Bebop, but it does say in the description on the link that, well, there you go. It does say that it works with Disco. So right off the bat, man, I already like it. Excuse me. You've got a more standard OSD layout like we're used to, with your, looks like speed on the left, altitude on the right, and I am wondering what the settings look like. So, Wi-Fi settings, landing data, video photo. Let's see what kind of video photo options we have. Camera speed, frame rate, video stream, low latency. Let's go ahead and switch this to 720. We do want that on. Don't want time lapse. Snapshot, pilot camera, enable camera phone. I'm not really sure what pilot camera. Oh, I can get. That's cool. So let's see if this works. You guys will be able to, I'm guessing, see me. So it'll utilize the front-facing camera on my phone to show me. I don't know why anybody would want to see that, but that's an option we're going to turn on now and test out. Automatic camera, drone pilot switching. Set automatic pilot camera if it's within limits below. Wow. So if I'm reading this right, once the Disco is within some set distance, then it will turn the camera on, front-facing camera on my phone. So that's pretty cool. It's something new. Display. What I'm looking for right now is to be able to switch to Imperial, because that is one of the biggest features I liked about this. Although I'm a lot better at reading kilometers per hour over meters per second, I'd still like to have Imperial if I can. Land data profile 1. Let's see what display. Yes. So that's huge. Enable on-screen tips information. I don't want that. Enable HUD view. I'm going to guess that has to do with all the telemetry. Antenna position indicator. I don't really care about that because we're on 4G. Dot enable center camera enter. Oh, I do like that for when, especially now that Zach has found this mod that we can do that'll let us pan and tilt. I do like that, so you'll be able to center screen and know you're on point. On screen bottom icons enable. We'll leave that on screen upper. 3D depth. Color green. You can change the color. That's pretty cool, man. I like this app. I like this app a lot. We'll leave it green for now. Screw it. We've seen green. Let's try blue. So you'll be able to change the opaque level. Image settings. Oh, okay. So these are for the headset. Oh wow, so it's basically got a digital diopter, which is really cool. Okay, so that's the display settings. Look at that pretty blue. See what profile 1, I don't know what that does exactly, but we'll just leave it at that. So, off the bat, I'm loving this app. Let's see what Zach says. That's what happens when I'm sitting in an airport with nothing else to do. Man, Zach's been crushing these discoveries this morning, man. He found the pan option as well as this app, and I'm really digging it. So I guess to get out of the menu, just click there. I'm going to move the disco around. So not too bad on latency. What am I looking for? Oh, okay, so here's the biggest test. We want to see if this will, and I don't see any reason why it shouldn't, but I just want to test it out. Make sure it will work and connect with the 4G mod. So I am going to double tap settings. No signal. And we'll just wait it out. It's blinking blue now on the controller. Insurance payment coming out. Let's see if we can get a good connection here. It's still blinking blue. This is about standard operating procedure for connecting to 4G. Takes a little while, sometimes a minute or two. Man, I can tell you right now, I am loving this new app just for the Imperial function. I also like having that OSD layout. Okay, so it should also have, you got your compass down there in the bottom. I'm guessing that arrow that's right above, right in the center of the screen below your artificial horizon, that arrow will, I don't know if that's pointing, I guess that's pointing where the disco is on the compass, not necessarily where the disco is geographically. That's another thing I really like about it. It has, supposedly it has an indicator on here for where the disco is in real space. Come on, 4G. It may not work. I don't know. I'm not sure how the internals of this mod, the soft mod, work, if it's reliant on the app or not. I thought that it wouldn't be, but it's taken a little while to lock in connection. So you see in the bottom left-hand corner the red home icon. That's because I don't have GPS connection inside my house here. just looking. Let's see if that changes anything. Oh, well, I don't have connection, so it wouldn't read. I was looking at on the right-hand side of the screen, your altitude readout. It looks like the plane icon and a 98 below it. I'm guessing that's the degree of attitude. Still blinking blue. I really want this to work. I want it to work with 4G. Otherwise, it's fairly pointless to us unless you're just flying around Wi-Fi. Turnbull can probably tell us why this will or won't work. Give it another minute or so. It normally doesn't take this long. It's normally connected by now. Okay, and it's looking like it's switching back to, it's given up on connecting 4G, and now the radio is blinking red trying to get its Wi-Fi connection. So I should get video back here soon, but it's going to be in, it's going to be in Wi-Fi. Well, I don't know what the 98 is as far as the plane. It's not changing with the attitude of the aircraft. So up at the very top you got distance from home in feet. Let me try. We're going to do it. Let's try this mode. What is FlyPad? Connect FlyPad. And I don't know. I do notice now that the red circle is going to be your center point. It's kind of a big marking for center point. I'm not a big fan of that. I would have thought it would just be like a red dot in the center that you could put the reticle on. So these are just the two different types of headsets available. Let's see. We're going to go back to single view. And I'm going to try the 4G connection one more time. I'm showing 4 bars. So I've got good 4G here. We're going to try this one more time. It may just not work with this app. It may be reliant on the Parrot app. Kicked back out to this screen this time. On its own. I didn't do that. I'm still flashing magenta on the controller. Now it's flashing blue. Let's see what happens. Guys at the field are texting about going to the field. It's been raining here for like 2.5 days. And I didn't even send an email out to the club last night because I figured it was just a given that nobody was going to fly this morning. A bunch of the old guys in the club get together on Wednesday mornings because they're all retired. And then there's me. with a pretty flexible work schedule. So it always ends up being me and the old guys, about 4 or 5 older guys out there flying. And I just assumed that nobody would want to fly today, being that it's a soggy mess. It's still really overcast and drizzling intermittently. So I didn't even send the email while they're texting now saying we're going to get together out there. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to join. I want to get that Nano Talon built finally. I mean, it's already built. It comes built, but I need to wire up all my flight controller and just basically all the internals I need to get in there. Still flashing blue, so not a great sign for working on 4G. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those facepalm kind of course, it's not going to work with this because I hadn't thought of an exact reason why it wouldn't work. I thought that was all the communication was done over the hotspot to the controller and phone. Didn't know it would be relying on the app. So, oh well. We're still flashing blue, still trying to connect. It's not looking good. We'll give it just another minute or so and call it a day on that. Damn. I wonder if this app will be worked into the mod. That would be really cool because this on-screen display is so much better than the Parrot app, in my opinion. It does. I mean, you may not like that. You may like the simplicity and all the stuff out of the way. I will say, with that being, all that telemetry on the screen, you're going to be having a lot of view blocked, and it's not going to be as pretty to look at from the phone or tablet. But man, I just like having that Imperial readout. So, doesn't look like it's connected. I'm trying to switch back to Wi-Fi. It's still flashing blue like it's trying to connect, but I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I didn't know if that would work or not. Might have to do it on its own. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, it's going back to Wi-Fi on its own now. Well, fart. That's disappointing. That's just such a cool readout. Boyd. Is that Mike Snyder? I don't know why it's in there as Boyd. Oh well. Okay, I'm giving up. Looks like not going to work with the 4G mod, sadly. Or at least not in my instance. I don't know. Maybe I just have a bad connection and don't know it or something. Where is that? Oh well, thanks for tuning in. Sad day. We'll figure something out, I guess. See you guys.